Hello, everyone. I'm Betty, and this is the monthly update and light language transmission for February. So, starting on February 1st, we have the new moon and the Chinese New Year. The symbolic animal for 2022 is the water tiger, which syncs up really nicely with this year's numerology 222, which is a master builder number. The water tiger represents a good year for changing careers, building teams, and creating your vision. So if you're feeling pulled or if you're being called to move in a new direction, this is the year to take action because there are so many facets that are supporting it. The Chinese New Year's is also a time to honor our ancestors who have paved many a rough road for us to have a better life. And I'm sure even at this time it may not feel like it, our ancestors would share that they gained so much wisdom from their struggles. So it's a good reminder to be thankful for what they've done. Another New Year's tradition, and my favorite, is the more dumplings you consume on New Year's, the luckier your year will be. Now, I don't know if that's really true, but we can enjoy trying and see how lucky our year is. You might have noticed that some of the people who have been passing recently, such as Eddie Van Halen, Sidney Poitier, Louis Anderson, and Meatloaf, have all actually passed before. This is known as the Mandela effect, and I'm sure you've heard me speak about this before, but it's been really, really noticeable the last couple of months. And in fact, I know Eddie Van Halen for a fact passed well over a year ago, and Sidney Poitier has also passed several times. Now, this occurrence happens when timelines shift and merge, such as in parallel lives where they are similar but have different outcomes. So you're not crazy if you're saying, well, I thought they did. You're just in that awareness of noticing that this occurred, but maybe in a different manner. The color code that came through this month was that of the Aquamarine. This color represents transformation and rebirth, and it is also in association with our throat chakra. Although I have to say during sessions that I had through the month, I was seeing it moving throughout all the feels of the body. This is an upgrading color code, and it is part of our regenesis as we evolve, especially our ways of communication. There is no doubt that we are witnessing and experiencing a new renaissance at this time as we look to the ancient past to help reshape and improve our future. This includes the way we interpret and communicate with each other. Archangel Metatron and the Council of Light are coming forth to speak about the art of interpretation. Now, we all interpret words, actions, signs, emotions differently. And then we have assumptions, absolutes, and missing information that we base our choices on. So you can take art for an example, how it can invoke different feelings. Some see the depth and others see nonsense. Then there are the way we perceive symbols. One can see a bird and let it pass without interest, but on deeper observation, what is the bird trying to tell you? For instance, a seagull can represent, at first glance, a nuisance or a pest, but it holds many messages. On deeper levels, it is a bird of the water, the land, and the air. So it's teaching us how to learn how to communicate in and with different dimensions. Seagulls also teach us how to read between the lines what is not being said or what is not the truth. They take their cues from one's energy and body language, which is an important skill for us to master in this life. Discernment, so we can move through our life to our best advantage. The seagull will also eat anything. It is a scavenger. So it may be a sign you need to change your diet or take a look at what you're eating. Maybe you're not eating the healthiest foods, especially after, coming off of the holidays. So that could be a sign to you need to shift your eating. And it goes deeper, but you get the idea. You could keep going, taking the layers back and seeing the different messages. So it's never what it appears to be. There are always layered messages in everything. So let's take a look at numbers, for which most of them, it goes unnoticed. You're really not paying attention unless you're looking at to see the time. So every number has a meaning and a coded message. Every day we receive numerical messages, even when you weigh yourself. I know I kept weighing myself and it was like, why am I staying at the same number? This doesn't make sense. Since I'm eating less, I should be going down. And it took me about a week to figure it out. Oh, it's the message of the number that they wanted me to recognize. And once I recognized it, it was like, oh, okay. And then therefore the next day, the number changed down, thankfully. So everything has a meaning to it when it comes to numbers, and to recognize that. Repeating numbers also. If you see those where they repeat, 444, 666, 888, things like that, or in line 1, 2, 3, 4, those are also messages that are being sent. And once you acknowledge it, and the message behind it, it will shift and you'll no longer see it, or it may shift to another number. So to pay attention, because that is a constant message also, because our world is based on sacred geometry and math. So the numbers hold a key. Many times I will actually receive coordinates for different parts of the world, or also on a person's being. There are coordinates in a person's light body and divine blueprint. So that's another thing, if you're seeing coordinates, that's something to tap into also. The reason the Council and Metatron are bringing this into your awareness is in our future, we will interpret and communicate differently. It will change. Instead of using words which are very limited, we will use symbols, telepathy, and light language, which are units of consciousness to communicate, which is much more efficient and a complete way of receiving information than using words. You're receiving it as a whole and not a part. Just as our ancestors used pictographs, hieroglyphs, and various symbols to teach us, we are now moving in an era where pictures, light codes, and symbols tell the whole story, not just a part. In this way, you will not only see, but you'll feel, you'll know, and you'll embody what is being transmitted. So going back to ancient times, we communicated in this way, and unfortunately, when society fell, languages were divided, thus leaving us with the different languages that we have today. But at one point, we all spoke the same unified language, which was divine. We now have that opportunity to regain that divine language that we lost, which is the ability to receive and assimilate large amounts of information within a single unit. I kind of liken it to Mr. Spock on Star Trek, where he did the mind meld with someone, and those of you of my age will understand that. Um, where there is the direct transfer by touching someone of all the emotions, the knowledge, the life history, and so much more that could never ever be relayed or expressed through words alone. So we've all heard that expression, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Well, now we are now welcoming a time where there are no borders in communication. And this will help us on so many different levels, especially as we start to, in time, connect with our galactic brothers and sisters. So this will make it easier for all of us to communicate. Now, it's always a process with anything we go through. But again, they want this in your awareness for you to start, kind of embodying this. The divine would also ask that you take a closer look at the world that surrounds you. We get so busy sometimes that you miss all the messages and the little things that are going on, the details, because everybody's in such a rush and a hurry. Part of the purpose of our pandemic was so people could slow down, take a breath, take a pause, and be able to look a little bit deeper into themselves. So pay attention to the people you come in contact with, as well as anything and everything that crosses your path, because it's all a message. What are they telling you? What are they showing you? What is the deeper meaning? What is a deeper level going on? The more you embody being present and in the moment, the more messages you'll receive, the more the universe speaks to you. It's a matter of paying attention to your surroundings and interpreting what you've been given. So this is a really fun time, in a sense, to explore and seek out those new experiences of messages and guidance that so many on the other side are giving you. But I know myself that when I do sessions sometimes, the other side will bring through so many messages, and they'll kind of joke and they'll go, yeah, they missed that, because it's too much of the outer. So basically, just start to be more present, and the messages and the universe will speak to you more, and then you'll start to get better and better with interpreting with what you're receiving, and the guidance. The guidance is priceless. So have fun with it. Enjoy, play. It's not something you don't feel you have to make a job out of this. Just enjoy and have fun with it. And don't be too, and they're saying don't be too hard on yourself either, because sometimes, it could be a couple days, a couple weeks, or even a month later, you go, oh, I totally missed that. How did I miss that? Don't be hard on yourself. Like I said, you get better and better the more you practice it. So again, have fun. I have posted the written light codes, and they are from Hathor, which is the Egyptian goddess. She represents sound and vibration and so much more. But I received these codes from her, and they are posted on Instagram and Facebook. And all of my services are at my website. So if you want more information, you can go to the website. That too is posted below. And I really appreciate and thank you for watching. And I appreciate all your likes and subscribes and sharing. So without further ado, we'll go into the light language. And this transmission is about remembrance and the rebirth of our innate and natural ways of communication. So this will help you with your interpretations. Ya kushte anayaka arunaya se akorunye bia oyashta neneaka itana arana akorunye jushti tianan maharete areyaku nane arama oku urutane akatasa. Dareaniana to suishta ala kaya koro nusu to biarin nushita aka the kor aro kurinyami yeno tushte enoro tana tusu to be dagiano tushte into orunyo hakuishta waraniane aku imiane asatan te ariane aku pane lalaleane atasu inene warenya tushte yenede mayeta nusu ushte it's garana no to shiakata yene tiareana and to kasayane aku nane aku yane okura na a. Yanoto soda marutaye ko runta su turunta ba ane aku runata nemi aku yana se ata yanatu yenemene ne ritu ishte la iki dia diugtuni nikosoritu ishte ininya post and yakutus and yane aku la mahai ishte na ushta and yaku anama ayata nene yaku imiala atusu aninya no toina brinasu lani aya kanedeni ne aka and yarenya nusu aria akoshtu unia paku orama ane Naya kuya sa ta ya nea yuana la hamayana te se ne de bienia su te gare torin dai de te gere na siti tis yiki ushtai naya ya su nara te ata arana okoro tusu ne yuria no te ne te ya O kore mai, la karenea kui ana fia kotushte, nalea kore mai, ndare kia dare ma, dori nyaso, uritae, riaso, riane akai, riakuriana, ndare asoye, Toriataya. Yata wishta, yata wianana, acharetushte, a yenchaka, urutushta mea, avarenyate, darura maya, birireanosu, Turianeaka, Lariataya, Merianasa, Meriata suibiarinyan, Yakuye, Yakuyanasa. Mriariana. Blessings, and I hope you have a magnificent February, and I will see you back next month. Take care. Bye-bye.